Welcome to our community. Susie Thomas with you this morning. We are so happy to welcome our friends from the Stark County District Library. We have Mariana DiGiacomo and Jen Walensik. Good morning, to both of you. You know, moss never grows on your rolling stone. You guys are always so busy. Always got so many things to talk about and tell us. I know summer is no different. You don't take the summers off, do you?
No. We do not.
Not a bit. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on. First of all, we have a whole new director.
Yes. We just welcomed Mary Ellen Ikaza to the library as our new executive director.
Well, tell us a little bit about her and why is she not here with you today?
Well, Mary Ellen is being immersed in the Stark County culture right now. She's actually joining us from Maryland.
Oh, wow.
So she is moving here with her family. She's come ahead of them and is setting up shop, getting to know the ropes of the library and getting to discover all of the cool things that Stark County has to offer.
What brought her here from Maryland?
Well,
tell me a little bit about her.
Mary Ellen has been in the library world for more than 15 years. She's been working in urban public libraries and offers an expertise in library technology, programming, strategic planning, and is going to be a visionary leader for the library.
So I'm thinking that she probably was a little bit impressed when she came to town and realized she wasn't taking on a hot mess at all by any means, right?
Oh, I'm sure. She seems very excited to be with us. She's so nice.
Yes. She's very nice. Well, you know what? That's one of the intangibles, isn't it? It's good to have also a nice head librarian.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, she's also pretty well known in the library world. She was a 2004 Library Journal Mover and Shaker. She's been a participant in the 2015 American Library Association Leadership Institute, and she received the 2018 Epic Award for Education from the Montgomery Community Media.
Whoa, okay, that's this year.
Yes.
The 2018 Epic Award?
Yes.
So we got a good one, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
That's so very, very cool. Well, you all seem real happy about it, and we look forward to meeting her. Again, I think she had to come in and say, well, you know, Stark County District Library, you've got it going on.
Yeah, she seems so excited to get to know all of the people in the community, and she seems like she's going to be such a great fit. She joined us on the 16th, so she's only been in here a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And her kids will be coming along with her husband, and they'll be going to school here in Stark County.
Very, very cool. Well, it's wonderful news. Always great to be welcoming someone new to the community. Again, I'm fascinated and would love to hear the story about what brought her from Maryland here to Stark County. But there is a lot. We really are where it's happening, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
And the other thing that strikes me is how very different library science is than probably when you all were saying that's going to be my career path. Libraries have had to reinvent themselves over and over again, have they not?
Yeah, they really have. To meet the changing needs of the community, you have to keep up. And sometimes that means thinking outside of the box.
Do you have meetings? Do you stay up at night thinking, what else can we do? Because it seems like you're always coming up with something really incredible. I'm still blown away by the seeds thing. So, just tell me a little bit about where the ideas come from.
Well, we've got a lot of great, talented people in the library that just brainstorm these wonderful ideas. And of course, they keep up with industry trends and are always looking to see what's new in the library world.
Mm-hmm. You are located, all right, I hate to hit you with this one, but let's name as many places as can come to the top of our heads. Where all can we go to the Stark County District Library?
Okay, well, of course, the main library is on Market Avenue North in downtown Canton. We have our DeHoff branch, East Canton, Mad Jutz, North Branch, Lake Community Branch, the Jackson Branch, Perry, and Plain, and Sandy Valley. I think that's all of them. I'm sorry if I missed one.
A couple that come to mind. And the bookmobiles as well. So you are truly everywhere. And one thing that comes to mind, if you want a unique experience, that Perry one, because you've got all the beautiful wilderness, pretty much like another wilderness center right there.
Right.
And oh my goodness, how do people get those offices. That would be like the best, I would think.
They're lucky.
Oh, my goodness.
Have a nice fireplace.
Very, very. What is newest with the Jackson branch? Are they getting a building? Are they staying in the storefront? And I don't mean to, if this is a sore subject, I don't mean it to be. I'm just wanting to get, what's the latest on that?
Well, we are still planning to rebuild in Jackson. We're staying at the interim branch until we're ready to go.
Awesome. Well, that's good news to the Jackson people. In the meantime, you've got a wonderful location.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's a great location right there by the Three Brothers restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah, you can eat at Three Brothers and then stop, pick up a book, check out what else there is to do there at the library. And yeah, it's a nice little shopping plaza right there.
It really is. It's a nice location.
Well, you've got so many things, something yet later today.
Yes.
Something big, because we're Canton and we are Hall of Fame. We're all about Hall of Fame right now. What's going on this afternoon?
Big weekend in Canton, and the library is part of it. So we've been partnering with the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and each year they send a gold jacket to the library for a special Hall of Fame story time. And this afternoon, if you can stop by the main library around 2 p.m., Will Shields, who is a Hall of Famer inducted in 2015, will be at the library for a special story time. So
Nice.
It's one of our, it's a great program. Kids love it. They love to be able to get up close and personal and hear from a actual Hall of Famer.
Well, there's also when you think that the autograph sessions are going on, but those are paid things. Here's an opportunity to meet a gold jacket, have your kids get to hear a story from them, and this is free?
It is a free event. Yep, we hold it in our atrium. So, and then there'll be some children's activities going on in the children's department as well. So people can come early, make a craft, enjoy some time at the library, get some books, and then have the gold jacket Hall of Famer read a story.
So cool. Do you happen to have more dads come on this day than any other day?
Actually, we do. So it brings out a lot of families.
Kind of wondered. That makes sense. Something else very exciting happened this summer as far as the bicycle program that you've got going. Tell us what was going on.
Well, we are in our 4th season for Bike Smart, and we have just crossed into 10,000 rides.
Okay, just let's say that again. 10,000 riders, and you're able to keep count of them how?
The system checks how often the bikes are checked out, so they have been checked out over 10,000 times.
That's so neat. Do you know who is doing it? I would think a lot of people who live here probably have bikes. So who is renting these bikes?
Well, a lot of the community members might be out at Perry Sippo and decide to ride the trails,
Yes.
or might need it to run errands, like going to the store. So it's really a mix. And since SARTA joined on and they have their bike racks on the front of the bike,
So cool.
now we can connect even further.
So you can, if you maybe have out-of-town guests and everybody wants to go bike riding and you don't have enough bikes, no problem. The library's got you covered.
All you need is a library card, and we don't charge extra for out-of-state cards.
Have you done it? Walk me through how you actually do it.
Okay. If you have a library card and you want to have Bike Smart activated, you just walk into the library and ask the librarian to check the box on the computer. You download the app, and then you would follow the instructions in app to check out a bike.
Awesome. And that's it. So you do need a library card.
You do need a library card.
All right. Well, if you've let your library card expire, that alone should inspire you to get it renewed and get going on that. You have one book, one community is always an amazing thing that we do. Tell us, what's the book that we're all going to be reading this year?
So this year's selection is Delicious by Ruth Reichel, and we're really excited about this one book. Ruth Reichel is an American chef and food writer, and she was the last editor-in-chief of the now shuttered Gourmet magazine. And she wrote a wonderful book called Delicious, and it takes the main character, Billy Breslin, from her home in California to a job at Delicious, which is a magazine, in New York. And when the publication is suddenly shut down, the staff, which have become like Billy's family, must move on. But Billy is offered the job of staying behind in this deserted downtown mansion, and she is upholding the Delicious Guarantee. So I would encourage everyone to check out the book Delicious and find out what the Delicious Guarantee is.
I
It's
love
really
that
cute.
it was deserted as
Yes.
well.
So what she doesn't know is that's funny.
No, not that funny, but go ahead.
What she doesn't know is that she thought might be a lonely, boring job. Turns out to be a life-changing experience for her. So the book is really unique for us. It has a lot of local connections. Part of the story is set in Akron. So if you're familiar with Akron, there's a lot of places that are mentioned that are close to home.
It'll all sound very familiar. Is this autobiographical? Is it?
It is not. It's a work of fiction. Mm-hmm. But so we are actually, Ruth Reichel will be in town on October 25th for One Book, One Community author event at the Canton Palace Theater. And that event starts at 6:30. So people will get a chance to hear from Ruth firsthand about her life and her book, and have a Q&A, and we'll have her books for sale
These are always just the best, and I think all of the events surrounding One Book, One Community are great. The author events are just over the top great because you're really getting to hear their heart and you're really getting to know them as a person. And they do take as many questions as there are. It seems like all the authors are willing to stay as long as it takes to address everybody. And it's really an experience. Well, who should go to this one? Foodies only, or who do you think?
I think really book lovers. Mm-hmm. I think there's something in it for everyone. And if you like food, yes, definitely. I think there's a definite connection there. We're having a couple of other supporting programs for this as well. There's an art contest for children in kindergarten through 12th grade. This year we're also having an adult art contest. So when the Smart Store Guide comes out, mid-August, make sure you check that out and see how you can enter into that contest. We also have our genealogy department is doing a program called Stories from the Kitchen at our Perry and Madget's branch. This is a really interesting program too. We're going to be asking people to bring in a family recipe, and then we're going to create like a scrapbook memory page around the recipe. So a really interesting, kind of cool idea.
So,
we're doing
and genealogy, because it'll be a recipe that was made by our great grandparents that have been passed along, and we don't want to lose those.
Right, a great way to preserve your family history.
Boy, that really brings that, because how many times do we just kind of Google a good recipe and make that, and we don't want to lose track of those really important ones that we are the keepers of them right now and need to pass them on to the next generation.
Yes.
Teach them how to do it. We just said the other day, one of us has got to learn how to cook Lebanese because all those great aunts are starting to die out, and we have got to carry this on. So can't depend just on the restaurants to do that. What a good idea. All right, I'm looking at the clock. Oh, we got a couple more minutes here. Let's talk about, did we cover all of the One Book activities that you want to make sure?
I think so. When the Smart Store Guide comes out, make sure you pick it up. You can register for the event on our website, starklibrary.org. Our libraries will also be having book discussions. And if you're interested in the book, I would encourage everyone to go to the library, pick up a copy. You can also go online and reserve a copy, and it is available as a book on CD and also as an ebook.
That's great.
Book club kits for that particular book as well. So if your book club wants to get together, we have like kits in a box. It'll have information on the authors, enough copies of the books, and discussion questions as well.
So it's perfect for book clubs.
Right.
This is the one. And do you find that book clubs do jump in on one book and
they
do the one book as part of it? Because that would just make sense.
Yep.
So how nice. You've got kits and you're all set for them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you guys think of everything. You said Smart Store Guide a couple of times. We glossed over it. What is that for anybody who might be new in town?
So the Smart Store Guide is the library's quarterly publication. It lists all of our events, activities, information about services that we provide. It is delivered to residents in Stark County via mail, and people should be on the lookout for it mid-August.
Don't toss that out. That's got everything you want to know. The other thing we just need to remember to re-educate ourselves is to think of the library first. Whenever you're about to pay for a service or go buy something, how many times should we just think of the library first?
A lot.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, then you agree. We do need to take a short break. We're going to be back with Mariana and with Jen after these words. You're listening to Our Community.